Okay, so I did my learning activity on total physical response, or TPR. This is a strategy to teach language to place meaning to the words rather than just hearing a word or writing a word. It gives words meaning. Like to jump, it means you like physically get off the ground with your feet and jump. So the way that you do this is the teacher will start. The whole thing starts off with action words, and you can build upon it, and it can work for any age group, any grade, anything. So TPR uses active participation to help students who are learning the English language learn the language easier. So it just makes it a lot easier when meaning is put to the words and they actually have a purpose for doing something, and it's a fun activity too. So there are a couple steps to this process. One, the teacher will say a word and she'll demonstrate with a gesture or a demonstration. So if I am the teacher and I'm gonna say, okay, jump. Jump means to jump, and then I would get off the ground and jump. Or if I say clap, I'm going to clap. Okay, and then the students would follow that afterwards. So in the next step, after seeing my examples, the students will copy my action word that I did. So if I say clap, I'm gonna clap, and the students are gonna clap back at me. And it's gonna go on for the rest of the time we have. It can go for even until all the students have each thought of their own word, or when the students are or when you think the students are picking up on the activity. Another way you can do this is a game of Simon Says. So it's a version of it like our textbook states. You can do Simon Says. So Simon says, put your hand on your head. So you're going to put your hand on your head. Simon says, sit down. You're going to sit down in a chair or on the floor. You can also do this by sitting in a group, like Judy Braveman did also in our book. She had her students sit down around in a circle, and the first thing she would do was she would act out a word. So say I'm clapping, so she would clap, and the first student who raised their hand and correctly said that she's clapping would then get a turn to create a new action, and it would go on and on. So the next student who guessed their action correct, so say this student is standing up where everybody else is sitting. So say he's standing up. The first person who says standing will go next to create the new action word, and it'll go on and on until each student gets their turn. For Isabella, I personally think that for her, since she has trouble blending the words together, she knows each sound, the sound that each letter makes, but when she's trying to read them, like blend them together, she has a difficult time. So if we're putting meaning to the words, we can put a structural meaning to it, and maybe it'll put more meaning to what she's writing and what she's reading, instead of just being letters smushed together. So as well as going on and saying like just me going like stand, and the whole class would stand, I would hold up, it's backwards, but I would hold up a card that would have the word spelt on it. So this way Isabella can see the structural basis of the word. And so maybe that would put a new connection to it, which is really what language is. It's all about connection, having meaning. And that's overall going to make it easier. And I just go on, and it's going to be backwards again, but this one will be jump. So then I'll jump, and then the students will jump. So I think definitely having these little cue cards, and I can even have them as index cards too to pass out to the students, or so Isabel can have the card and she can like see it, and she can even like trace it with her pencil because she can trace the letters. She can write as long as she has a certain like a strip or like a sentence laid out for her. So I think that having the index cards out, then she can like trace and then do the action, see the action. You're giving so many different opportunities to figure out what this word is and figure out what it means and how it can be used in the English language. Thanks.